Years ago, I started filming my travels to capture the places I saw, not knowing I was also recording how they were quietly changing me. It all really started here in Japan, a place that made me slow down, pay attention, and notice things I'd usually miss. This trip moves through Osaka, Kyoto, Kobe, and Nara, but also through thoughts, memories, and the moments that rarely make it to the frame. This isn't just about where I went, it's about what stayed with me. People often ask me, why do you travel so much? And it's a fair question. Travel isn't cheap. It takes time. It takes energy. Sometimes, it even takes a toll on you. So why go through all the effort? Over the years, I've asked myself the same thing. And the answer I keep coming back to is this. Travel changes you. Not in big, dramatic ways, but in quiet ones. Little shifts in how you think, how you feel, and how you see the world. That's the real value. And it's something no camera or souvenir can capture. Travel gives you more than new places. It gives you new eyes. You learn to notice things like how people greet each other, how they prepare meals, how kids laugh the same way no matter where you are. You stop seeing everything through your own lens. Instead, you start paying attention to how others live. And that's something special. It stays with you long after the trip is over. One thing I've realized is this. You don't have to go far to grow. Even short trips can leave a mark. Sometimes, it's not the distance you travel, but how present you are when you're there. I've had simple days, walking around the park, eating in a small food stall, getting lost in a back street, and those moments taught me more than any other tour ever did. They reminded me how to slow down, how to be curious again, how to listen. Travel is not always glamorous. It's most of the time tired feet, exhausted body, dehydration. But that's part of it. It's part of the discomfort. It's part of being able to see the world. It's not always glamorous. And sometimes there's a beauty in that. There's a beauty in being able to say that I walked those steps. I've explored tiny little corners of a place. I've seen how it feels. You know, if you're not that kind of person, then that's fine. But, you know, for me, I get a lot of value doing that. It's about the connection you make to the place that makes it unforgettable. Because oftentimes, you don't really remember how much things are. It's about how it made you feel, right? Travel also teaches you humility. You step into a place where you don't know the rules. You can't read the signs. You're not in control. And at first, that's uncomfortable. But then, something beautiful happens. You start to let go. You let go of needing to be right.
You let go of having to know everything. You just go with the flow. And that's when you really start to grow. When you travel, you learn to laugh at yourself. You mess up the language, you order the wrong thing, and you get on the wrong train. But instead of getting upset, you learn to shrug it off because it's part of the journey. You stop chasing perfect and start embracing the moment. Even if it's messy, even if it's weird. That mindset, it's useful long after the trip ends. There's another thing that travel gives: perspective. You see how other people live with less but laugh more. You see communities where people help each other even with very little. You see that happiness doesn't always come from stuff. It reminds you that maybe what you thought was essential isn't. And maybe what you've been ignoring, like quiet, rest, people, actually is. That's the kind of reset you can't buy in a store. And travel connects you to others and to yourself. You share your smile with a stranger. You bond with someone over food or directions, or maybe just get lost together. You realize that people are people everywhere. We may speak different languages, have different customs, live in different weather, but at the core, we all want similar things: connection, kindness, meaning. Travel reminds you of that, and it makes the world feel a little smaller and a lot more human. For me, the real value of travel is what you carry inside when you come home. A new way of thinking, a little more patience, a deeper sense of self. It's not about bragging rights. It's not about perfect photos. It's about those quiet moments that stay with you. A peaceful morning walk, a conversation with someone you never would have met otherwise. The feeling of being alive in a place where nothing is familiar, but everything is welcome. Some trips give you answers. Others give you better questions. Both are valuable, and every trip, even the ones that go wrong, teaches you something. Like how strong you really are, how flexible you can be, and how much beauty exists when you're open enough to see it. So if someone asks me now, what's the real value of travel? I'd say it teaches you to be more human. It teaches you to see, not just look. To listen, not just hear. To connect, not just pass through.